everyone, and I hope you're doing well. I am obsessed with how this turned out. This isn't just a door hanger that I made. It's literally a little doorway into another world, complete with hidden stories and secret keys and a little bit of magic. In this house where I am, we are a little weird and a little wonderful and probably just a tiny little bit crazy. So if you dare enter our house, you do so at your own risk. So let's jump in and I'll show you how I made the magic happen. So I was just showing that I have my rectangular mold, I have my normal resin, my epoxy resin, and I am adding a little bit of my rhinestone glitter. And then I have some keys that I got the other day. They are keys and locks, and then there are two large keys, and those are a metal type key. It's an alloy, but the keys and the locks are plastic. So what I'm wanting to do is put the keys and the locks down the edge of the actual, I'm going to call it a tray, but it doesn't end up being a tray. It ends up being a door hanger. Instead of having a welcome sign, I just thought this would be fun, having this on the actual outside of the door. So I'm pouring in some of my clear resin that has the rhinestone glitter in it, just around the rim of the actual tray, because I want to put some of the keys and locks in, but I don't want them to float because they are plastic. They aren't the alloy like the two large keys. And I know from previous experience that plastic things love to float in resin. So I was hoping that they weren't going to, because I didn't want to do a two-stage pour. I wanted to do this all in one. And so I was testing out whether they were going to float or not. And the locks, I wanted one in each corner. But unfortunately, they were too wide to put in the side of the tray, the actual rim. So I just left them there because I was still thinking what I could actually do with them while I was putting the keys in, because I wanted the keys down all the edges. And so here I'm just placing the keys in and hoping that they didn't float. Like I did say, I'm not sure if you watched my Fun Day Monday. It was yesterday, but obviously if you're not watching this after the Fun Day Monday was put up, I showed that I got these from one of our local stores called Value Co. And they are really pretty. They are such sweet little charms. So I thought I had to do something with them. And like you saw there, I actually flipped over the locks and they're sitting on each corner rather than having them down the side, because like I did say, they are a little bit too wide, and I didn't want the actual outside to bulge. So here I was just adding a little bit more resin, and again hoping that the keys didn't float, because then I would have to have made another plan and done a two pour. And then adding the two big alloy keys, one on either side, because I was wanting to add my gorgeous little door entrance. That's also made out of epoxy resin. I have a lovely mold. That mold I got from Temu. So I wanted to put that in the center of the actual tray and have the metal keys on either side of it. But I also didn't want anything too fancy, but I wanted it to be magical and glittery. So I decided I wasn't going to put a backing on this. I just wanted it to be transparent, just so that you could see the rhinestone glitter, and that the keys and the little door entrance that I'm going to put once it's been demolded, they are the focal point. I didn't want a backing to take away from that magical mystery look that I was going for. So here I was just using up the rest of the resin, just taking it to the lip of the actual mold, and then left it to cure. Once I nearly jumped the gun there. Once I had popped some of the bubbles with my long neck lighter. I didn't want to use alcohol. I just wanted to keep it nice and clear. So then once it was cured overnight, I did leave it to cure properly overnight, because like I said, I wanted to add the little house, and I didn't want it to still be a little bit soft when I added the house. So how gorgeous is that? I just think it is exactly what I wanted. And there is the little door entrance that I was chatting about earlier. I love this mold. It is so sweet. And I made this door a little while ago. I actually was going to use it in one of my other projects, and I didn't use it. I had to make another plan. So luckily I had it, and it fits perfectly in this tray. So then what I did was I printed out a little saying on my cameo silhouette, and this is actually a matte vinyl that I used. I just thought the matte vinyl would show up better rather than your shiny vinyl underneath a clear top coat. It does tend to reflect, whereas the matte vinyl doesn't reflect even when it's underneath the clear top coat. So here I was just taking off the transfer tape and putting my stickers on. I thought every door holds a story is really relevant, especially for our house. Like I did say in the beginning, we are a little bit crazy. There are a lot of us that live on the property. So obviously this is only going to go on my front door. But I think we all need one, because we are a little bit crazy. But how many of us aren't a little bit crazy? So here I'm just removing the transfer tape. And as usual, the vinyl sticks beautifully to resin. So now I was ready to put the little door on. But what I wanted to do was, I didn't want the outside of the door, which are the little bits of stone, to be covered with the vinyl. So with the resin. So I only wanted it to come through the little heart and just to cover the doorway, not the outside stone brick area. This resin I had put through the debubbling machine. You can see that there's no bubbles on it, because I wasn't putting glitter or anything in it. It was just plain epoxy resin. And this is my KRISTAL 6, which is a really, really beautiful top coat, and it is hard as well. All of the KRISTAL range are up to 50 degrees. They can take up to 50 degrees heat on them. So that is a nice thing to know. And they are from what I can remember, they are food safe. I must actually just double check that. So I will double check that, and I will, if that is incorrect, I will change it in the description. But from what I remember, their resin is food safe, and it can take up to 50 degrees. So like I said, I have put that through the debubbling machine, and I only wanted it on the inside of the door frame because I thought having the actual frame sticking out would just give it an extra 3D look as well. So here I'm just gently pouring in so that it doesn't go over the edge of the stone. I know there's a name for the outside of a door, but do you think, I mean, I call it the door frame, but I'm sure there's another word. Anyone can remember it, they can let me know in the comments. Hearth, is it? Anyway, I digress. Right, so there we go. I have filled in the inside of the actual door, and there is a coat on the outside as well. And then here I thought I would put on a little hook, and luckily the door is solid, so you can't see the hook through the actual clear resin, which is perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. So I just stuck it on temporarily with some super glue, and then I used my UV resin, which I have in a little black bottle, and it has a brush, and my UV torch, and I just cured it onto the back of my little door hanger. If I had to make another one, I would make it on the big tray, because it does get a little bit lost on the door, which you will see at the end when I show the glamour pics. And there is the final piece. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it does look really magical and a little bit wonderful as well. I love how the doorway came to life, especially with that little bit of mystery. It feels like it's hiding a story behind it, which I think is really sweet. Let me know in the comments, would you hang something like this on your front door? Or is it giving an enter at your own risk? I don't think so. I think it's more come in and enjoy our company. That's what I think. I have tried something a little bit different. I have cut down my videos. This is 13.5 minutes. So let me know in the comments, do you prefer the shorter videos, or would you prefer that I keep with the longer videos? So let me know. And then again, guys, thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you all. And again, until next time, have a great one.